Hi, I'm Emma, and today, thanks to Student Edge, I'm here at the Supreme Court Gardens to find out exactly what it's like to be a lawyer. Now, we've all seen them on TV, on CSI, Law and Order, and I'm guessing you're probably thinking it's a pretty glamorous job, bringing hardened criminals to justice, saving the world one case at a time. But I'm going to guess that being a lawyer involves a little more than what we see on TV. And today, I'm catching up with real-life lawyer Matthew Keogh to find out what it's all about. So come on, let's go meet him. The image of the legal profession created by TV shows is certainly heroic. And while elements of this can be true, the on-screen stories represent the smallest tip of the iceberg in terms of the real work done by actual lawyers.
Emma, Matthew.
Hi. Pleasure to meet you.
And you.
I've got some questions I'd love to ask you about being a lawyer.
Excellent. Well, why don't we come over here and we'll have a chat about it. So, Emma, what would you like to know?
Well, Matthew, I'm here today because I'd love to know what it's really like being a lawyer. I'm guessing it's probably not quite the same as what we see on TV.
No, it's not just the highlights reel or all the intrigue. The majority of the work of a lawyer is actually spent in the office, sometimes long hours, and it's researching, it's writing, it's meeting with clients and talking to other lawyers about how to find the best way forward for a client. So it's not the everything you see on TV.
So not quite those intense courtroom battles, huh?
Look, they come up from time to time, but they're definitely not the majority of what you see going on at all.
What was it that made you decide that you wanted to be a lawyer?
I decided I wanted to be a lawyer because I wanted to help people, and law fundamentally is about helping people.
All right, Matt, it's now time for you to give us the edge. I've got 3 questions. The first question's, what qualities or characteristics make somebody a good fit to be a lawyer?
I think attention to detail, a passion for the law, and being a people person.
Would you say that it's possible for somebody to actually do some work experience with a lawyer before they decide to become one?
A lot of firms will allow high school students to come in for a day or even a week to do work experience through the high school programs so they can experience and see what it's like in a legal office and how it works. Quite often you have to set that up through a contact or someone you know, or you can go through the Law Society. They can quite often put teachers and students in contact with a lawyer that can take a work experience person, because it is really important you get to see what it would be like before you go into it. The other thing is, there's so many different practices of law and specialities that each of them is quite different, and just because you find that one doesn't work for you, another one might be something that you're really interested and good at.
And finally, if you could change one thing but still end up where you are today, what would you have done differently?
I think the one thing I would have done differently is find out more about the job and more about how to get into those roles in the legal profession earlier. I'm really happy with where I got to and the work that I do, but what I have found is I probably could have got there maybe quicker or with a bit less effort if I'd found out more about it earlier.
Well, thanks for your time today, Matt. I really appreciate it. But just one last thing. I got this parking ticket.
Well, I'm a lawyer and City Perth's right there. I'm sure we can sort it out. It'll be fine.
As you may have suspected, being a lawyer involves far more than what you see on TV. The biggest part of your job is to make sure you provide your clients with expert legal advice and assistance through what can often be stressful and traumatic situations. And remember what Matt said, to be a successful lawyer, you've got to have excellent communication skills. So to get involved, log on to studentedge.com.au and follow the links.